This is not a pond. This is not a still lake. What I'm in, it used to be a road. Antonio Taylor stood in the back of the bank, possibly as a lookout, as his cousin passed a demand note to the teller in a crime investigators call a note job. The business was broken into by a bolt cutter. The lock clipped right off. Bostwick's tried to fool the system by collecting his mail, then signing and sending registry information back to the state. We're following breaking news tonight from Ozaukee County. They're not familiar with the man at the center of this standoff and tell us he has no criminal record. I've referred to this in the past as the Jeremy Ross wind measurer thingamajiggy 6000. Certainly not high tech, but it demonstrates the kind of wind we're seeing out here. All the parties are pretty much on the same page. I'm apparently making lots of friends out here. Thanks, man. We're live at Summerfest. Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News. No! No! The pain and shock echoes from the scene of the sudden death investigation to the home of a heartbroken family and a father who says he just lost his 4-month-old son.
Oh my God. Wow, I just say, I don't know how this could have happened.
They killed my nephew! They came to get him! I see when they came to get him!
Police say a daycare worker at Cuddle Care Daycare picked up a baby at home, then parked this vehicle and left the child in the car about 9:30 in the morning. The baby was found dead by 4 in the afternoon. Investigators believe hours in a sweltering SUV proved fatal.
You know you can't leave kids in the car in this heat.
Sierras McHenry says his son, Sierras Jr., was a happy and healthy baby. Now his family struggles with how and why the child's life was taken, relying on each other in a time of crisis.
They're here 100%. It's just, I love them for being here.
Now, we called the daycare for comment on this story. They did not return our call. Police say that they will hand this case over to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. After that, charges could be filed. Wind whipping at more than 85 miles per hour.
A whirlwind of experience.
A powerful gust of air Heather Kaiser may never forget.
I was really glad that nobody else got hurt.
Kaiser says she works at Case Corporation in Mount Pleasant. The company took the brunt of the storm. Amateur video shows a 100 by 200 foot hole in the roof of the factory.
I was told that there was a hole above mine and my coworker's desk also.
While walking to work from her car, she heard an ominous noise.
Just debris flying everywhere. So I basically tried to hightail it into work and didn't make it.
She describes being pushed to the ground by the force of the winds. Her jacket and shoes swept up by the tornado. Her hand is in a brace. Her feet were cut up as she fell while running away from the storm for 2.
Yeah, I'm 17 weeks pregnant, so yeah, survival instinct kicked in too.
But the winds didn't just strike the workplace. Parts of homes toppled over, stuck in trees and front yards. A road partially closed, boat cradled in debris, a garage parked where it shouldn't be.
I hope the insurance is going to cover this.
Work crews in this area continue to work out in the elements, trying to make sure power lines are not dangling to make Highway 11, this stretch, safe for cars to go through. We are told by local law enforcement that should happen around 2 hours from now. You might call this place
a couple thousand different characters.
A superhero storage space.
700,000 plus comics. Popular superheroes, you could look at Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Superheroes do great things.
They able to leave tall buildings in a single bound.
He flies off of the back porch.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
He's always been a superhero to us.
With a quick change, this 4-year-old golden retriever goes from canine to Cape Crusader. A purebred blur of gold, a flash of fur you won't find at any comic book stores.
Come.
Though you might say he was born to wear a costume.
The Comet Dog actually is his full name on his birth certificate.
Like every good superhero, the Comet Dog has an important origin story.
It really is a story about anybody who's missing someone they love.
It's a universal truth. Missing someone is hard.
Come. Comet's owner, Bill McGinnis, was looking for a way to deal with life while his long-term girlfriend, Juliana Olson, was in Iraq working as a nurse practitioner.
Certainly never had anybody depart my life through the military.
Balad, Iraq is the hub of all ill and injured transport.
The long hours, the dangerous conditions.
And it's my responsibility to not only receive them, stabilize them, but then also prep them for flight.
Her efforts help save lives, but never enough. Olson recalls one case where a military canine died.
But he defended his owner, his handler, and lost his life as a four-legged veteran and saved the life of his owner.
A moment shaking the foundation of even the toughest citizen soldier.
We're all fighting for our country, but fighting day to day, we're fighting for the people next to us. You know, you're not thinking about yourself, you think about those around you, and you think about your buddy.
I don't think any of us can relate to what they go through over there.
In an effort to keep her connected to friends and family, Guinness gave his dog a super makeover.
Good time.
That gave rise to an online comic book.
The name of the book is The Adventures of the Comet Dog. Missing someone is hard.
He posted pictures of Comet in his super threads and began typing up a story of comfort for Olson, read in between all the casualties.
Well, it helps you escape, because with all the bad in life, there's also a lot of good.
Kind of digital coping mechanism meant for her eyes, and then the eyes of her fellow airmen and soldiers.
I'm like, you have to come see this.
And eventually, people they've never met.
I'd get emails from mothers who were reading the stories to their children. Come on, Comet.
Including families coping with loved ones in harm's way.
Just heartwarming to hear the impact that Comet was able to have in their lives.
The Comet dog has no super abilities.
Laser eye beams, cape mask.
No special powers.
Cold breath.
But he's still a superhero to many.
His biggest super ability is comfort.
A comic book kind of canine.
Out of 40?
Not sold in stores.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Tonight on Fox 6 News at 10, a fight, a collision, and a man is dead. Months after their loss, there is grief and anger. Tonight, two families, dozens of friends and loved ones honored the memories of two victims, both killed by a man they say was drunk behind the wheel. It is a big step for the Catholic Church as it delivers a strong message. Fox's Casey Stiegel with the latest. Some suggest it is a good idea. Others say it's harmful, want it stopped. It is the debate over fluoride added to drinking water. Fox's Douglas Kennedy has both sides. A Milwaukee nonprofit celebrates 20 years with an open house. Today, Delphi House showed off renovations for a home created to help foster children. The group's goal is to keep siblings together and under the same roof. She used her skills as a turkey hunter to say, bye-bye, birdie.
Yeah, Mom, but it's like...
Make the call, they'll come out apparently. Eventually, a garbage can and lampshade were used to shoo the turkey out.
I've got the lampshade, but I don't have the turkey call.
I think the question is, how does Vince like his turkey leftovers?
I'm a vegetarian, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess not at all.
Not at all, exactly.